Welcome to this hands-on lab on classification modeling. In this walkthrough, you'll build a fraud detection model using Amazon SageMaker Studio, step by step. We'll set up the SageMaker domain, create a JupyterLab Space, generate synthetic data, train and evaluate the model, and clean up resources at the end. Let's get started. Navigate to the Amazon SageMaker console. On the left menu, click SageMaker Studio. SageMaker Studio must run inside a SageMaker domain. Because this account does not have a domain yet, the console asks us to create one. Click Create SageMaker Domain. We will set up the domain for a single user. This is the default and simplest option. Click Next. The domain creation process begins. Keep in mind that SageMaker domains are not free. Any compute or storage inside the domain will incur charges. SageMaker is now creating the default user profile. The profile allows us to run notebooks, apps, and other ML tools. The domain is now ready. If this is your first time, you can take the quick tour. I will skip the tour for now. Creating a JupyterLab Space. To write our machine learning code, we need a JupyterLab environment. In SageMaker, this requires creating a space. Click JupyterLab. Then click Create JupyterLab Space. Provide a name for the space. Choose Private. Then click Create Space. A space is a self-contained workspace. It comes with its own compute instance, storage, networking, access control, and apps. Think of it like a project folder with its own dedicated environment. You can choose an EC2 instance type for the space. For this exercise, the default size is enough. You will also see the SageMaker software version, the storage allocated, optional external file systems, lifecycle configuration scripts, and remote access options. Now start the space. The space has been created successfully. Click Open JupyterLab. Creating the notebook. In JupyterLab, choose Python 3 notebook. Rename the notebook to something meaningful. Setting up AWS environment. First, define your AWS region and S3 bucket. This code initializes your SageMaker session, fetches the IAM role, and prints the values. Run the code. It displays the AWS region and S3 bucket name. Generating a synthetic fraud dataset. Next, we create a synthetic credit card fraud dataset. We begin with the small sample dataset. Then we generate 1000 synthetic rows. The generator assigns random amounts, random locations, random merchant categories, random transaction times, and fraud labels with higher probability during late-night hours and large purchases. Run the code. Now save the dataset locally and upload it to S3. When we run the upload code, an error appears. The error says the IAM role does not have put_object permissions on the S3 bucket. To fix this, open the IAM console. Find the role used by SageMaker. Attach the correct IAM policy with S3 permissions. The policy includes put_object permissions. Attach the policy to the role. Return to the notebook. Run the code again. This time the file uploads successfully. Check S3 to confirm the CSV file is present. Loading and exploring the dataset. Load the dataset in the notebook. The code prints a preview and a statistical summary. The summary shows 1,000 transactions. Fraud rate of 6.2% based on the mean of the isFraud column. A wide range of transaction amounts. Many unique locations and merchant categories. This dataset is realistic and imbalanced. Pre-processing the data. Next, we extract features. We convert the time column into an hour value. We drop transaction ID and the original string time column. We apply one-hot encoding to location and merchant category. We separate the dataset into X for features and Y for labels. Run the code. The output shows the processed features and the corresponding target values. Splitting train and test sets. We split the dataset using an 80-to-20 ratio. We use stratify equals y to preserve the fraud distribution. The shapes of x_train and x_test confirm the split. Training the random forest classifier. We create a random forest classifier with 200 trees, balanced class weights, a fixed random state, and default parameters for the rest. Run the training code. The model learns patterns from the training data. The output displays the classifier parameters. Evaluating the model. Next, we evaluate the model using accuracy, precision, and recall. The model shows high accuracy, but precision and recall for fraud cases are 0. This means the model did not identify any fraud correctly. This happens because the dataset is imbalanced. Visualizing the confusion matrix. Next, we compute and plot the confusion matrix. The matrix shows 188 legitimate transactions correctly predicted, 0 fraudulent transactions predicted correctly. All 12 fraud cases were missed. False negatives are the most dangerous. They represent fraud that the model fails to detect. Feature importance. We examine which features influence the model. Hour and amount are the strongest predictors. Other features contribute smaller amounts. Summary. To summarize, we created and uploaded a fraud dataset to S3, prepared the features, trained a binary classification model in SageMaker Studio, and evaluated its performance using accuracy, precision, recall, and a confusion matrix. This completes the exercise. Cleaning up resources. To avoid unnecessary charges, delete the resources created. First, stop and delete the JupyterLab Space. Now delete the SageMaker domain. Let's do this from the command line. List all domains. You will see one domain with status in service. Delete the domain. The attempt fails because a user profile still exists. List the user profiles. Delete the user profile. Delete the domain again. This time the domain enters the deleting state. When complete, the domain is removed. Your SageMaker environment is now cleaned up.